Hi, everyone. It is me, Sailor Moon. Serena here. And it's me, Sailor Sailor Venus, Sailor Hellworld Mina here. And first off, we're going to talk about, Sailor Moon now on Tubi. Now, my show is back on, our show, I guess, for Sarah. My show is back on Tubi again for the 2th time. Now, in the past, Tubi did have a deal with Sailor Moon. I believe it was for Sailor Moon Hearst 1, 2, and 3. And I believe that at one time they did have a deal, and now they got it again. Now they have a deal for, all 5 followings of the Viz take of my show. I don't think the free drawing films, I don't think that's in the deal. And I don't think that Sailor Moon Hearst 1, 2, and 3 are in the deal either. Hell, I want to think Sailor Moon Forever or Sailor Moon Stars is not on that. Giving to the grounds that only Hulu and Disney more and Netflix having the rights to those things. Or at least Netflix having a right to Sailor Moon Hearst 1, 2, and 3 Forever and Stars, and Hulu and Disney more, along with Chunky Roll only having the rights to that. Now, I know at first someone might not say it's a big deal, but I guess it is to someone who A, doesn't want to yield a fee to Hulu or Disney more each month just only to watch Sailor Moon or the Chunky Roll, and they don't want to read what's being said, through the Sailor Moon folk work on Pluto or Pluto TV or Underworld FS. Then Tubi most likely is going to be your next answer for free Sailor Moon, Now, I know it's some folks out there going to say, well, don't folks have the disc? Some do, some don't. Some folks bought the disc and some folks did not buy the disc. But I'm truly happy that, Tubi's got a deal with my show again. Yesterday was the last 2 sagas of Sailor Moon on, Drawing Show Folkwork, Grown Up Swim, whatever you want to call it. And who knows if it's going to come back. Who knows if the 2 following of the show is going to come back on there or not. I don't know. You got any thoughts about my show being on Hulu? First off, Serena, you should say that it is our show is back on Tubi for a 2th time. Or at least, having a deal to all the 5 followings of the Viz Sailor Moon, which a lot of folks, have a very high on look for, due to the grounds that nothing's been skimmed, and the only thing they may have shifted was, I don't know, putting in English. Well, if you're someone out there that, doesn't have Hulu or Disney More or Chunky Roll, what kind of name is that? I don't know. And you don't, and you don't want to read what's being said on Sailor Moon Folk Work on Pluto TV or Underworld FS, then having Sailor Moon on Tubi would be your good answer. If you don't have the disc. Some folks may have bought the disc, may have not bought the disc. So yeah, today our show is now on Tubi once again. For how long? No one knows. A streaming help website doesn't tell you how long a streaming deal goes for. Netflix doesn't do it, Hulu doesn't do it, Disney More doesn't do it, Paramount More doesn't do it. Any other ones? Oh, Cinemax More or Cinemax X doesn't tell you how long they got things, and neither do the free ones like Crackle and Plex and Tubi. None of them tell you how long they have a deal for something. They tell you when tell you when the deal starts, And they tell you when it's ending, but they don't tell you how long it's for. And neither do Farsi or Folkworks businesses. They don't tell you how long they got to deal for something either. So, as of today, our show is back on Tubi. And I know that it might not be a big deal, to some folks out there who either got the disc or have a following for Hulu or Disney More or Chunky Roll, whatever. Might not make a big deal out of it, So, but I do think it's a big deal that our show is now back on Tubi again. And after we end this film, and later on today, we're going to go look and see if we do get all the 5 followings. Because sometimes a streaming help website doesn't always get every single following to a show, So we're going to have to see if it'll give you all 5 followings, First, Come Back, sometimes known as Old, Love, Over, and Sailor Stars. And we'll see if that's all 5 followings or not. So we know what you think about, our show being back on Tubi. Alright, Sailor Moon says, time to end this film. Our show's back on Tubi now, and we are happy about that. So tell me, what do you think about, Sailor Moon being back on Tubi? Are you happy for it? Are you thankful that there's now a free answer to watching Sailor Moon besides having the disc, or watching it on the Sailor Moon Folkwork on Pluto TV or Underworld FS? Let me know what you think about that, and we'll see you later.